This ABC15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. All roads lead to Sanderson Ford.
I'm Katie Rammel with your top stories from ABC15 Arizona. What is the solution to the homelessness crisis in Phoenix? It is a very big question facing the city right now, especially as temperatures start hitting 90s and beyond in the coming days. In Phoenix, the city agencies responsible for protecting residents from dangerous heat say they're ready with expanded shelter, cooling stations, and other heat relief options. But when Councilman Carlos Garcia asked today if there's a plan to deal with those who are homeless and might be forced to leave that area known as the zone, he was told the city's still working on it.
We have other plans in the works for addressing the crisis that we have just in general around the Human Services campus that we are not ready to, we don't have all those details worked out.
Phoenix has about 1,500 shelter beds, with more than 400 additional beds scheduled to be available later this year. Phoenix's deputy city manager says the city continues to ask other communities and nonprofits for assistance in dealing with this growing problem. We're one day closer to seeing witnesses take the stand in the trial of Vallow Daybell, the former Arizona mom accused of murdering her 2 children in 2019, among a list of other charges. We could hear opening arguments later this week if the prosecution and defense are able to finalize that juror list. One unresolved issue is whether the biological grandparents of victim J.J. Vallow would be allowed in the courtroom. That ruling, though, is expected any day now. New on Wednesday, Governor Hobbs in the state of Arizona, now the latest government entity to ban TikTok on official devices. All state agencies have 30 days to comply with the ruling, but they can file for an exemption with justification. It allows similar moves by local and federal governments all around the world. Developing tonight, another new casino is coming to the Valley. We were right there as Desert Diamond broke ground on their 5th location here in Arizona. This one's near the Loop 303 in Northern, a $450 million project that'll eventually host 900 slot machines, a sports book, poker rooms, and plenty of table games. The project itself will create more than 5,500 construction jobs, and once it's built, there will be about 1,300 new employees at the resort and the casino. All of this made possible after updates were made to the Tribal State Gaming Compact in 2021. This site was chosen in the Far West Valley so it was not to infringe on other tribal casinos markets.
Challenging at times, the process, because you, as a tribal leader, you always want the best for your tribe. And so sometimes it's difficult for us to unify, come together.
The project is expected to be complete by the end of next year. It'll eventually expand to have a hotel as well. An update at this hour, the Arizona Coyotes are responding to a lawsuit from the city of Phoenix over their new entertainment complex with a countersuit. The complex is expected to be built near Priest and Rio Salado, but Phoenix filed a lawsuit suing Tempe for a breach of contract after the city pushed ahead on the project. So now the Coyotes have filed a $2.3 billion countersuit, saying Phoenix broke its word and decided to undermine the planned development. They contend the city is trying to interfere with Tempe's project. Phoenix has yet to respond. It is no secret so many people are getting priced out from finding a place to live, and school districts are really starting to pay attention when it comes to teachers being able to find housing. So that's why the Chino Valley Unified School District in Yavapai County is actually building 10 tiny homes. They're 400 square feet. The rural district hopes it helps when it comes to solving its teacher shortage problem.
I'm Chief Meteorologist Amber Sellens tracking your forecast at a big warm up for tomorrow. It is back to the 80s here across the Phoenix metro area. Phoenix sitting 81 degrees around 4 p.m. Some clouds passing throughout the day, but our forecast is going to be staying dry. We are tracking another storm system moving into the west coast later this week, but it looks like it's going to stay too far to the north to bring any impacts to Arizona. Next comes high pressure, and this will really warm things up as we head into Easter weekend. In fact, we're now tracking our first 90s of the year on Easter Sunday. So here's that warm up. 81 tomorrow, 85 Friday, and 88 on Saturday. By Sunday, we're up to 93 degrees and getting even warmer for the start of next week. 96 on Monday and more 90s through the middle of next week. But by Wednesday, those breezes will be back and some cooler air will be on the way toward the end of our next work week.
For the latest headlines, weather, and traffic, visit abc15.com or download our free ABC15 mobile app.
This ABC15 flash briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. All roads lead to Sanderson Ford.